This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for August 20, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, father arrested after girlfriend and daughter badly beaten in Portland. A man has been taken into police custody after his girlfriend and their 15-year-old daughter were reportedly beaten in Portland on Friday. The man, whose name police are withholding pending charges, is accused of beating the child for attending a party and then beating her mother for allowing her to go. Details of the incident are still sketchy, but the news understands the father got angry because he felt disrespected, as he had sternly warned that the child should not attend the event. It is understood that the child, a student of a high school in the parish, reportedly sustained a broken wrist because of the beating. The mother was allegedly left with several bruises and swelling. Both had to be taken for medical attention, the police said. Two escaped serious injury following two-vehicle crash in Mandeville. Two people narrowly escaped serious injuries following a two-vehicle collision on the Winston Jones Highway in Mandeville on Sunday. The crash, which happened shortly after 8 a.m. in the vicinity of Marshall's Pen, involved two sedans. It is unclear how the vehicles collided. One of the vehicles overturned and landed in a ditch, while the other landed in a banana field. Residents of Marshall's Pen told the news that they heard when the crash happened. "I was getting ready for church when I heard a horn, and then a loud bang, only to shortly after see the aftermath of the crash. This is a deadly road, very accident-prone. But people drive like they are mad, and this is the end result," said a resident. Other residents and passers-by converged on the scene. The drivers of both vehicles were reportedly taken to hospital for treatment for what is believed to be minor injuries. Last month, some 500 cases of water were looted from a delivery truck after it collided with a Nissan Tiida, mere meters from this latest crash. Man detained for allegedly killing wife's brother. A man was taken into custody after he allegedly stabbed his wife's brother during an early morning dispute. The incident reportedly happened at a coverage in Cave Valley, St. Anne on Friday morning. The deceased has been identified as 55-year-old Errol Cameron. The name of the accused is being withheld pending charges. Reports are that around 2:32 a.m., Cameron came home drunk and started throwing stones at his sister's house. As a result, the police said an argument developed between the now deceased and the sister's husband. The argument reportedly turned physical and Cameron was stabbed. The police were summoned to the location, where they discovered Cameron's body lying on a bed inside his house with stab wounds and a piece of block on his bed. The scene was processed and the husband taken into police custody. Two abducted, vehicle stolen in daring daylight robbery in St. Anne. Several gunmen pulled off a daring daylight abduction and robbery in Cardiff Hall, St. Anne on Thursday. According to police, a man and a woman were taken away by gunmen who later robbed them of a vehicle and other items. It was reported that around 2 p.m., the two were driving a black Honda motor vehicle when gunmen traveling in a white Honda Stream overtook them and blocked their path. Three of the men, who were armed with guns, alighted, hit the male in his head, tied them up, forced them into the stream, and drove their vehicle to Beverly in Runaway Bay in the parish. There, the man and the woman were robbed of their cellular phones and the vehicle, which the men used to make their escape. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched. Neither the vehicle nor the gunmen have been found. Investigations continue. Cops seek man for allegedly having sex with a runaway ward of the state. Police are searching for a man accused of housing and having sex with a 15-year-old girl in Boscobel, St. Mary, between late last year and earlier this year. The news understands that the man reportedly lived with the girl after she ran away from a children's home in the parish. Information reaching the news is that the child fled the place of safety and lived with the man between August 2022 and February this year. During that time, the police reported they allegedly had sex on more than 16 occasions. The matter was recently reported to the police and a search launched for the suspect. St. James, a man charged for triple murder. The St. James police have charged 28-year-old Wesley Reed, otherwise called Shane, in connection with a triple murder in Roehampton, St. James on June 2. Reed was charged with 3 counts of murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. The charges related to the deaths of 38-year-old Conroy Lawrence, otherwise called Beanie, a warehouse attendant, 38-year-old Chevon Gordon, otherwise called King Kong and Kong Terry, a tailor, and the 56-year-old Carl Leslie Morris, otherwise called Shutter, a taxi operator, all of Roehampton, St. James. The Montego Bay police say about 9:20 p.m., residents reported they heard explosions and alerted them. Upon their arrival, Gordon and Lawrence were seen lying beside a shop with chop wounds to their heads, and Morris was seen close by with gunshot wounds. All 3 men were taken to the hospital, where they were pronounced dead. An investigation was launched and Reed was arrested. He was charged on Saturday after being questioned in the presence of his attorney. F1 charged for several gun offenses. The Hanover police have now charged 28-year-old O'Brien Garvey, otherwise called F1, of Mount Grace District, Hopewell, Hanover, following his arrest on Friday. Garvey was charged on Saturday with possession of a prohibited weapon, using a firearm to commit a felony, shooting with intent, and wounding with intent. It is reported that about 6 p.m. on April 2, an elderly man was at home with his relatives in Macquarie District, Hopewell, when they were pounced upon by Garvey and accomplices who fired the shots at them. When the shooting subsided, 2 men and a 6-year-old boy were seen with gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital, where they were admitted for treatment. Garvey was arrested following an investigation. His alleged accomplices are currently being sought by the police. Teenager charged for alleged possession of gun and ammunition. A 16-year-old boy has been charged with several offenses following the seizure of a firearm at his home on Walker's Avenue in Gregory Park, Portmore, on August 16. The police say about midday, lawmen were on an operation in the area when a premises that was occupied by the teen was searched. During the search, a .38 revolver containing 1.38 round of ammunition was allegedly found in his possession. He was subsequently arrested. He is charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and removal of mark on firearm. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.